Just want to welcome everyone. This is an information session on One South Euclid's Neighborhood Grant Program. Just a reminder that it's being recorded so that it can be available for others to access the information after tonight. I'm just going to start off by introducing One South Euclid staff. My name is Annette Yuamoto. I'm the executive director, and then I work with Barbie McCann here. Barbie, do you want to just say hello for a minute?
Oh, hello. Hi, Talia. And Joe Marie, I think was the other name. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Barbie is helps me answer some of the questions that come in throughout the year, returns phone calls. So if you do call us throughout this process, you might be hearing from her. So just to give a sense of the flow for today, I'm going to be discussing the different grant programs through our neighborhood grant program, starting with exterior home repair. I'll also talk about our senior landscape service program, the business storefront renovation, and between each section or presentation, I'll leave room for questions so that any questions you have about the application or the grant program itself, you'll have opportunity to get those questions answered. So just starting off with who we are One South Euclid, a community development corporation. CDCs are nonprofit organizations that support and revitalize communities. We really in South Euclid work with residents and businesses to ensure a vibrant and thriving community. We were formed in 2009, really in part to address the foreclosure crisis going on. And we are still involved in real estate through our Build, Grow, Thrive program to ensure the stability and growth of South Euclid neighborhoods. But since 2009, we've grown quite a bit. We're increasing our support to the small business community. A strategic focus for us is the Mayfield Green downtown district. And through the support we get from the community and through our Build, Grow, Thrive program, we're able to offer grant programs to residents and businesses. So tonight we're really focused on those programs, and I'm going to go through each one. Here is the list of our different programs. Of course, the exterior home repair is exterior improvements to owner-occupied homes. Our senior landscape services program provides grass cutting and snow plowing for our seniors. We have business storefront renovation grants to improve the exterior of businesses. And we also in the past have offered community engagement and beautification grants. These are small grants that are available to residents and community groups to do things that engage their community or make it a little bit brighter place to be. We suspended this program during the onset of the pandemic, but we will be bringing it back this year and look for more information in the spring about that program. On this slide, you can see there's a map of the 2021 Neighborhood Grant Program impact, and you can see that we are really providing support throughout the city through all of our programs. So I'm going to move on to our business storefront renovation program. I'm going to share my screen again. So this is grant funding for any exterior repair to a building visible from the street. We offer, this is a larger program than our others. Grant funding is offered for up to $30,000 per project. The applicant must be the property owner. So if you are watching this and you own a business in the area, but you're not the property owner, it's important to talk to the property owner about what you want to do, because they need to be the one submitting the application. And also to mention that it's a 100% match is required. So while we may fund up to $30,000, that means that the project must be $60,000 and you're providing the other $30,000. However, these are really transformative projects. So you can see here, this is the Walgreens on Mayfield, a before and after. I think there was actually a little bit more work done after this photo was taken using some of the grant funding they received from us. The application process here starts out similar as exterior home repair. You go to our website, there's a button for storefront renovation grants. that links to where there's a little bit more information and then a link to the application. You first share some contact and property information. Then there's space to talk about the proposed renovation that you'd like to do, an estimated cost of what the total project would be, as well as your timeline of when you think things will get completed. And then once you've submitted the application, you also need to submit renderings to grants@onesoutheuclid.org. And so I will send out a reminder for you to do so, but I think that's important to know up front because sometimes you might have an idea of what you want to do and you submit the application, but you haven't done those renderings yet. And it's really important for us to be able to see that as part of our review process. And then looking at the review process itself, again, it's the same deadline of March 4th. It's reviewed by our grants committee, like our other grants programs. However, because of the nature of this program, it's a little bit harder to do a blind review because they're going to be looking at those renderings as part of the review process, and it's a lot harder to mask what business it is when these are residents in our community who drive by these streets every day and may recognize the business that's coming forward. Again, for this one, that the final awards decisions are expected in May. We may reach out to you between March and May for additional information or to answer some questions. And making these decisions, because I'm sure that is a question that business owners might have, or property owners might have. We're really looking at spreading our impact throughout the city. If you looked at the first slide I shared about our neighborhood grant program, you saw that all of our grant programs are really spread out throughout the city, and we want to make sure we have an impact in each region. So we'll be making sure we're doing that in making our final decisions. Also looking at the impact of the renovations, that they're really, we are supporting transformative and beautification projects in our city. And that, just to reiterate, that this project would have to be completed in calendar year 2022. So we're looking for people who will hear the board's decision in May and get started to get that project complete. Again, the applications are available at onesoutheuclid.org. And I really hope this was helpful to give a sense of our different grant programs, how the application and review process works. I am always available for questions as you're completing the application. Again, 216-316-5373, and either myself or Barbie will get back to you as soon as we can. I know when the applications were first available, January 31st, we got a lot of calls, and hopefully by having this recording available on our website, we can answer a lot of questions that you may have. Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you have a great rest of your evening.